There are a lot of ways to get data off a website in 2026, and they are not interchangeable. So I lined up 6 of the most popular, from point-and-click apps to raw Python, and compared them on the 4 things that actually decide it. What they really cost, how well they get past blocking, how much data you get back, and what happens when you scale. Every number here comes from each tool's own pricing page and docs, plus independent benchmarks, so you can check any of it yourself, no countdown. We are starting with the one that won. The best all-around pick, if you write any code at all, is Chocodata. What sets it apart is that there's almost nothing to it. One call, and the playground comes pre-filled, so you paste a URL and hit run. Around 230 popular sites have a dedicated endpoint that returns clean structured fields, and anything else goes through the universal endpoint, which hands you the page with the proxies and the retries already handled. The pricing is flat, 5 credits a call, with no multipliers for JavaScript rendering or premium proxies, and that is exactly where most of this category hides its real cost. The free key starts at 5,000 credits, so your first 1,000 calls cost nothing, with no card. If you never want to touch code at all, your pick is Apify. Apify is a marketplace of ready-made scrapers you run from a form in your browser. You pick an actor, paste your URLs, hit start, and a few minutes later, you have a clean spreadsheet. It is the fastest route to a one-off dataset with 0 setup, and the free plan gives you $5 of platform credit a month with no card. Watch the meter though, because it bills per result at around $3 per 1,000 on the base plan. For a one-off, that is nothing. Scaled to daily tracking across a large catalog, it climbs quickly. Publish run success on the popular actors sits in the low 90s. For genuinely hostile targets at enterprise scale, it is bright data. This is the heavy end of the market. 400 million residential IPs claimed across 195 countries, 98% success on their unlocker product, and a 99.99% uptime commitment. Independent testing by Proxyway measured 97.9%, which put it third of 11 providers. If you are hitting genuinely defended targets with compliance people in the room, this tier exists for you. 2 honest caveats. Their own quick start says, a single synchronous call takes 10 to 30 seconds, which is slow if you are used to getting an answer in 3. And there is no middle plan. It is pay as you go at $1.50 per 1,000 or $499 a month. Nothing in between. If you would rather click than type, Octoparse is the point-and-click option. Octoparse is the one with no code at all. You install a desktop app, click the elements you want on the page, and it builds the extraction for you. The free tier is genuinely usable. 10 tasks and 50,000 rows a month. No card. 3 things to know before you commit. The smallest full plan is $83 a month if you pay monthly. The $69 you will see on their pricing page is the annual rate, because that toggle defaults to annual. The add-ons are metered on top. $3 a gigabyte for proxies, $1 per 1,000 captchas, and by their own documentation, failed attempts are billed as well. And there is no scrape a URL API. The API only triggers tasks you already built in the interface. If what you are really doing is feeding an AI agent, look at firecrawl. Firecrawl is built for feeding language models. It returns clean markdown rather than raw HTML, which is exactly what you want going into a model, and it plugs straight into the popular agent frameworks. The free tier is 1,000 credits a month, renewing with no card, and the entry plan is $19. The caveat is anti-bot. Proxyway measured it at 33.7% on protected sites, last of the field, and protection is a paid add-on rather than the default. You are also billed when the target returns a 403 or a 500, so it is excellent on open content sites and weak on defended ones. And mind the credit multipliers, because JSON extraction costs 5 credits a page rather than 1, which takes the entry plan from under $4 per 1,000 to about $19. And if your budget is exactly 0, the free route still works. Requests and beautiful soup for one-off pages, Scrapy when you need a real crawler. The software costs nothing, and it genuinely works on sites that do not fight back. The problem is the ones that do. I pointed a plain request at a live eBay listing while making this, and it was refused in 0.13 seconds before any rate limit could possibly apply, because what gets judged is your IP and your fingerprint, not your request rate. You can fix all of that. Residential proxies at a couple of dollars a gigabyte and up, a CAPTCHA solver, browser fingerprint matching. Each fix works, and together they turn a 6-line script into infrastructure you maintain forever. Perfect for learning and for small jobs. Expensive as a daily pipeline. So, the ranking. Chocodata takes it overall for flat pricing, structured output, and the shortest path from nothing to data. Apify if you never want to write code. Bright data at genuine enterprise scale on hostile targets. Octoparse if you would rather click than type. Firecrawl if you are feeding an AI agent. And plain Python if your budget is 0. Every figure here came from public pricing pages, public docs, and independent benchmarks. No signups and no affiliate deals. If you want to try the one that won, there's a free key with 1,000 calls in the description. No card needed. Thanks for watching.